Theater of the mind.
Theater of the mindset.
Last week on Faith and Fortune, the gang finally recovered from their first few days in Charnwick. Sahra, with the help of Aminette, saw a vision of the past where Otra Lockner summoned the revenant. Herry confronted Gustavo Reyes and received the deadline to bring the protest to a peaceful end. Luken caught up with Archon Felix Rondulus and played a friendly game of Towers and Flowers with Sender Demrick of the local Fortune. And if all of that wasn't enough on their plate, their search for Captain Lockner's house turned up a much larger mystery: the Custodia Sanguis, the Keepers of the Blood. We'll pick up right there in the basement.
The three of you are still in the basement of Captain Otra Lockner. He has created a wall and room of conspiracies, all centered on a group called Custodia Sanguis. He refers to them as the Keepers of the Blood. All of this gives you the feeling of someone who has been obsessed with a concept for a number of years. It feels as though he did not accomplish a lot in that time. The thing that he felt most sure of was that Isarn Halavard is absolutely a member of this group and not someone to be trusted. He is also confident that the goal of this group, which they have accomplished, was to replace the incarnate king of Venethar. To what end, though, he does not fully understand. His understanding and depth does not go much further beyond that.
Herry wants to think back over the last 100 years or so, and looking at this nut job's red string, besides what he is positing, are there any other instances of all of these church people or whoever having shared goals in the public eye, in sort of history, basically looking to confirm or deny that, like, this guy's either a nut job and this is the workings of a madman, or, oh, actually this tracks with how these organizations or people have acted in the last 100 years. Does that make sense?
You're looking for other things that many people would have pointed to as suspicious, that he is maybe connecting to as one grander thing, potentially?
Potentially, or not even inherently suspicious, but just like, oh, yeah, they voted these ways, or they have acted in these ways that corroborates this story.
The most obvious vote and situation is the previous king who voted alongside the Wainwright, the god of death, and voted to not come to the aid of the Nation.
Sure.
So just for a quick review, I'm going to give you how that vote played out. Voting to save the tribe were the seat for Baz, the seat for Phalos, the god of music and revelry, and Ota, the goddess of community and the hearth. Baz and Phalos almost always vote together. Phalos has a seat largely in part because of Baz. Most songs and most tales are about adventurers, and so Phalos owes a lot. Phalos is the youngest, quote unquote, the newest seat in the Council of Faith.
And I would say Baz gets something from Phalos too, and that
Absolutely.
like those songs being out there increases our notoriety, all that kind of stuff. Like it's a mutually beneficial relationship.
Yep. Voting against saving the Steel Morrow tribe was the Wainwright, the god of death, Iracinda, the goddess of motherhood and the sun, and then Ataline, the goddess of discipline, strength, and to the lessest degree, war. This then resulted in a tie, which the incarnate king broke the tie, siding with the three who voted against saving the Steel Morrow tribe. That was highly suspicious because the incarnate king sided with the Wainwright, which had never happened before. This is then next to the quote from the Divine Codex, which says, "With the knife of doubt at his throat, the immortal king shall be crowned by death. Behold, Venethar walks the edge of a blade."
What are the, can I roll for, or what are the historical readings of that text?
Yeah, go ahead and give me history, or a knowledge check.
Yeah, sort of the, like, I'm going to use my loreborn, well-read for advantage. Just kind of like with any ancient or old text, there's like a reading that's popular and there's readings that aren't. That is a 15 with hope.
15 with hope. The phrase "the immortal king" in the Divine Codex is a catch-all translation from several terms that all largely refer to one individual, the incarnate king. The individual words themselves can often be different, and all three of these quotes actually would be a direct translation to the word "soul unending." And that really is a word that more frequently refers to who Theophilus Zimri, which is the name of his first incarnation, who he was prior to being crowned. The implications here are that it seems as though they are attaching importance to his characteristic as a soul reborn and not a actual king. The first quote specifically refers to the people of the immortal king. Again, if you switch out immortal king and just put soul unending, it could just refer to all of the people of Venethar. And so there seems to be, if you go back to Custodia Sanguis, Keepers of the Blood, they seem to be leaning towards an interpretation that does not emphasize the immortal king as the important person, but the people who follow him as the important person, or the important people.
Yeah.
And so there seems to be a shift in translation here that they are emphasizing, that also then results in a shift in who's the important person in all these prophecies against the nothing. Is it actually this person who is reborn over and over again, who has instated themselves as a king over this kingdom, or is it the people that follow him and might be using him in some way?
Love it. And then on that 15, just for extra juice, have I ever heard of Custodia Linguis, like having two nerd professor parents and one in history?
It seems like with a 15, you have not. I'm trying to think if there's any other things that with a 15 that you might have.
I need to remember the names. I'm sure you guys wrote it down, but I sure didn't, thinking that I'd remember. You've got the Sender from
Isarn,
Land of the Lost.
Halavard.
Sender, Isarn, Halavard.
You've got both the kings.
Esau and Asher are the kings.
What other strings were going? Were there any more people involved?
You have a string and question mark to an individual named Arcanist Hamish Collinsworth. This one's got a big question mark at it. It links to the ritual of harmonization. The ritual of harmonization is the way that the memories of the incarnate king's soul are kept in order. After so many lives being reborn over and over and over again, early on in his reincarnations, it was found that while these memories were retained each rebirth, the body's ability to keep them in order was deteriorating, resulting in a type of reincarnation dementia of sorts. And so working alongside, being a talented sorcerer himself, the Incarnate King worked alongside the Venetharan University of Arcane Arts to create this massive contraption that essentially allows them to, upon reaching age, to essentially order his memories before they can get out of control. It's not something that is a one and done situation. There is a pretty large ritual that happens when he comes of age, but it is not uncommon for him to revisit this periodically throughout his life, especially if he is reborn as an elf or something with a longer lifespan. He might have to visit a couple of times. If he is reborn as a human or something with like 70 or 80 years, one and done type thing. But if he lives to be 400 years old, as he has done at several points in his reincarnation, he might have to visit it a few times. But this Arcanist Hamish was the individual responsible for this most recent, responsible for Asher's ritual of harmonization. There is not an association connection here. There's just a big question mark of this guy should know something that's going on.
Yeah.
If you're sorting memories and this guy's not it, whose memories are you sorting?
My last sort of, as someone who like was around during all of this for at least Asher, who would in my brain be like that I know would have to be implicated in this as far as like who I would have touched or seen. Obviously it's like, oh, someone doing that spell. Like, obviously there's some juice there. That's a person to talk to. Is there anyone else that I'm just like, this person has to be involved because they were involved in the transfer or involved in some portion of Asher becoming the king and inheriting stuff? Who would I know that would be? Couldn't not know.
Every time the king is reincarnated, just prior to his rebirth, his soul begins a transfer from one body to the next. As a part of that process, when he is essentially conceived in his next body, he will begin to have dreams from the perspective and view of his future mother. The individuals responsible for interpreting his dreams come from the priesthood of Iracinda, specifically because Iracinda is the goddess of the sun, and she represents a strong pantheon of the celestial bodies. Iracinda's brothers are the gods of the moons.
Gotcha.
And so there are priests and priestesses in Iracinda's who should have been translating these dreams and saying, oh, he's to be born here.
Here's the mother.
Here's the mother. And someone in that process should have been flagging this person's to be born here. That is a red flag for if someone is faking, replacing, doing something suspicious there.
Theoretically, had to have been faking because when that old king died, wasn't the king. If this is all true.
That would be a very strong place to look is you are responsible for the handoff of one body to the next.
Yeah.
And they're every day when he wakes up, the incarnate king reports his dreams. And for most of his life, they are innocuous dreams.
Yeah.
But eventually, these priests and priestesses are trained to notice, oh, we have seen a farmhouse in northern Venethar now for 7 days in a row. This is a sign you are likely to die in the next 90 days, and you will be reborn in this location. They will send out people there to find this person and then watch over them so that he can be reborn safely. Definitely a big flag there.
Sahra is staring at these walls and is doing the mental math in her head, and her eyes are getting bigger and bigger as she's realizing the reality of what they've just found, that it's so much bigger than what they first came in here to find. And her first thought is of Asher and worrying about his safety in this moment.
Give me a instinct roll.
Oh gosh, I got a 12 hope, 9 fear, plus 3. What's 12 plus 9 plus
24.
24.
24 with hope.
That's a big fucking roll.
I was like, I can't do that math in my head.
3 numbers and carrying, that is just so much to ask.
I can't do it.
That's a pretty big roll, and with hope.
Yeah.
I think a couple of things jump out to you. If Asher and Esau, who are the current incarnate, we'll call him the false incarnate king for the purposes of
sitting
your brain now.
The sitting king.
the sitting king. There, you cannot assume any level of participation in this one way or the other. They could be different for both of them. their knowledge of this could be different. They could be pawns. They could be whole participants. And so to that end, Asher could be in active danger here. To what degree might Esau, the previous sitting king, have been forced into the decision to abandon the Steel Morrow tribe? If he had been blackmailed in some way, part of the Incarnate King's strength comes from the fact that he is a sorcerer, and sorcerers in Sariel are extremely rare. Being truly just born with the ability to manipulate and utilize arcane magic is extremely rare. He is just able to do things that most people take years and years of study to do. You know for a fact that Asher and Esau are sorcerers. So something is going on there. You've seen Asher do magic that he never studied for. Now, studying magic, even when you have an innate skill, doesn't hurt. And he did do that, but he was born being able to do magic. So he is not fully incapable, but there is definitely, I think you cannot assume that he is not in danger.
Yeah.
And then you also have to ask again the question of, if he is not the immortal soul,
who is?
And in what state is that person?
Yeah.
And that, just for a timeline ask, if Esau was the one that was the first, at least according to what we're seeing, when did the predecessor of Esau die? How long ago was that this started?
Yeah. When
this was engaged?
Likely?
Yeah.
Esau was born in 1257 ad Arcanus. The previous Incarnate King was Yair Theophilus Zimri.
What was that year again?
1257 ad Arcanus.
That's when they were born?
That's when Esau was born, yes. And that's when Yair died.
What's the year now?
The year currently is 1358.
It's been 100 years since the swap happened. So, either it's a very old person or an elf is still kicking and is technically the king, or it's going to be real freaking messy and it's a few generations in.
Luken is taking all of this in the same way Sahra and Herry are, and his initial reaction is just knee-jerk, this can't be anything. So he looks at you two, at Herry and Sahra, and says, we don't believe any of this, right? Like, this is just a guard in this middle of nowhere town. This can't be true, can it?
It looks like the writings of a madman. I'm probably going to send Beanie over here to see if she can do a little more research on what would make this possible. If it is. We got to, regardless if it's true or not, we have to figure out how we prove that it's true or not true.
We can't deny the fact that Otra believed in this enough that he was willing to potentially sacrifice himself, which he ultimately did by accident, but
sure.
He knew that was a risk by performing this strong primal magic and using his own blood. So honestly, Luken, I don't not believe it.
I hear you both. I think we don't have much of a choice but to run this down. I guess for me, how did this guy even know who Isarn Halavand is?
Right.
Like,
and what does a member of the Church of Baaz have to do with?
But it's a
this
big
mess?
leap
So,
from finding out who Isarn Halavand is to the king isn't the king.
Well, these are the writings of a madman. That being said, from growing up with Asher, the only people that would have to be involved in this little swaparoo are dream readers and whoever the arcanist was that quote-unquote transferred memories. I mean, that's not that big of a group to conspire. And then as far as who would want this, there was a a nice chunky split that happened on a nation vote.
Sahra, will you give me a knowledge roll?
That's a 23 with hope.
Jeez Louise, there's your die.
There we go. There we go.
The other group that Herry did not mention that would be an interesting one to include in the list of suspects are priests of the Wainwright themselves. They oversee the last rites of an individual, and that would include the incarnate king. And so if they are there to ensure safe passage for the last vestigial portions of the incarnate king's soul from one body to the next, and they were present when Esau died, what was that experience? Because if his soul was not the incarnate soul, what did they see?
Yeah.
What did they know? That would be the other group that you would want to investigate.
Great. I'm going to keep that to my chest.
Well, first things are first. We have to solve one issue here in a small town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we think is enough evidence? Do we think this is a necessary piece of evidence to make Sister Hennel not a suspect? What did you guys find upstairs?
There were some books that he was reading upstairs. Can I run upstairs and look and see what books he was reading to see if any of that is relevant?
Yeah. You check out the books. There are books about... You find some fairly innocuous books. A book, an autobiography by a war general, another sci-fi book.
Sure.
Some Runemancer book about space travel. You also find a book that is you would consider it to be in our world, if a person who practices witchcraft were to find a pop astrology book.
Okay.
Then you'd be this is bad.
Yeah.
You find that equivalent for primal magic, the pop bubblegum psychology version of primal magic. That type
Primal
of book,
Magic for Dummies?
Yeah, Primal Magic for
Okay.
Dummies.
Great.
Primal 101, A Girl's Guide to Primal Magic.
Okay.
That type of book is definitely...
Primal Magic for the Teenage Soul.
Yes, Primal Magic for the Teenage Soul. You find that. And then don't forget, you also found the different plants in the
Yes.
background, in the backyard.
I feel like I've got enough evidence, but really the ace in the hole would be the piece of paper that had the spell on it that Otra had at the end of my vision. And I don't know if that paper was with his body when he was found dead. I'm assuming I don't see it anywhere here.
You do not.
Okay.
Can I do an instinct check or something to be to try and suss out if I need to share these writings of a madman to prove that he summoned a revenant, or if we have enough between you
The
guys,
physical evidence that
you
we
guys
have.
fighting revenant and finding all of the spell components here, and him having access to them after confiscating would be enough
Yeah.
in order to at least shut the lieutenant up, or at least a little bit.
Yeah, give me an instinct roll.
Can I help?
Yeah.
Can my well-read history, culture, or politics of a place for advantage work?
He's giving you the help action.
I mean, would you rather do yours and spend a hope? I don't care.
I don't have to spend a hope for that. I just have advantage for it. So if you don't want to spend a hope, that'd be what I would do.
You're on your fucking own.
It's not good. So it's an 11 with fear.
Interesting.
I think you have enough to legally bring charges to him and make him a suspect. I think what will trip you up is convincing the general population that this person that they trusted was, in fact, a person who who was willing to summon a revenant against this person who exists on the other side of the country without
the basement.
Without the basement. The basement paints him as, oh yeah, this is a madman.
This is a whole ass
conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. You have all of the right pieces. Your motive without the basement is your weak avenue.
Sure.
But again, you can definitely bring him up as a suspect now with the physical evidence that you have.
What do you think? I communicate that to y'all.
Yeah.
As far as how I think the average person's not gonna believe this basement.
I agree.
So I think it's probably okay to use, but I don't want to move.
Well, what happens when this breaks contain and it's not just the average person hears about the basement? You know, news travels, especially when there's something generally interesting like this is a raving lunatic. Let's, again, play this out as the stuff in this basement is true. Somebody has an interest in maintaining this fraud.
Sure.
And if word gets out that people are onto this fraud, you know, the rats might go crawling back in their holes.
Sure. But I think the only thing is we sure are at the end of the edge of the country, and there ain't a whole lot of news outlets that are going to get pictures of this basement.
What if instead of saying, hey, leave the basement out of it.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, we believe he was trying to summon a revenant to kill Isarn Halivand, what if we left it at, he was trying to summon a revenant to kill someone.
Yeah.
It went awry. We can't say for sure
we know that he was
who
in
the target
an
was.
affair with someone, and that was not going well.
Yeah.
We can try it. It'll at least slow down whatever's happening.
Because I don't know a lot about Isarn, but he's not dumb.
Yeah.
And I think if word got to him, which I've already kind of, put him on notice that there's been an attempt on him, but if he got more detail about what we saw in that basement, I worry that he's a lead right now. I don't want that lead to dry up before we have a chance to start down that road.
Would we be able to seal up this basement?
Oh, yeah. For the listeners at home, I've spent a fear.
Great.
We're not alone.
Okay, I think we need to seal up the basement. And I think we need to take the evidence of the book that we found about primal magic for beginners. We need to take the evidence of the candle making kit and the 5 holy plants of the tribes that he used to summon the revenant. And I feel like that will be enough to at least officially make him a suspect in this.
Also, what time is it? Because we have a hard deadline for, accomplishing the mission we were sent here for.
Yeah.
I look at my watch and it is
Shortly after 10.
okay.
Okay.
Easy.
Easy. I just didn't want. Look, if that fear was going to be actually you've been down here and it's 1 o'clock and you're fucked now.
Yeah, fair enough.
I just didn't want that to be the problem we deal with. Yeah, but for now, I think we've spent enough time down here.
Yeah.
Do we have a way to take a record of all the stuff on the wall?
Or take pictures or something.
Could you send Beanie down later and
have Beanie just whether or not it's preserving anything? I was going to have her catalog information here, so we can at least look at it once we're no longer here.
Great.
On the other side of town, Beanie's nose itches. Catalog
Beanie,
something.
Beanie has a job. That's the fear.
That's the fear.
All right, let's get out of here. We got a press conference to call for and figure some stuff out.
Yeah, I'll head up the stairs first. In case we've been discovered. It seems to make sense that the one who can do the punchy stuff goes first.
Great.
You head up the stairs. You find his room. It's, again, pretty lacking in personality. It looks like this is a room that he occupies primarily to sleep in. And you find no evidence of anyone having been in here since in the last couple of days.
Okay.
All right. Then I'm following upstairs, and what do we do now, Harry?
Do you want to go talk to some protesters? Is it time?
Yeah, well, I'll send Beanie down here and do a little cataloging of the basement, and then I suppose we head and talk to some protesters.
Let's go talk to the protesters.
You are able to notify Beanie, and she will go down, and I think there's maybe a solid 4-minute conversation where she needs you to repeat what it is that you are sending her down here to do.
Yeah.
Do you give her any type of warning about what she's going to be cataloging?
I think Herry just says, Beanie, I got a job for you.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's a cataloging gig. We got to.
Okay, yeah.
There's some new information. It's very sensitive.
Okay.
So it's between us. Can I trust you to? I
Senator
know
Pinch, of course.
I know I can, but I have to say it out loud.
Okay.
I give her the address and tell her about the trapdoor underneath the rug.
Oh.
Yeah. It's an interesting.
Your use of trapdoor.
Yeah.
Not just cellar door.
It's not a trap unless if you know about it.
That's true. So let's refer to it as cellar door.
Sure. I mean, you'll see why I call it a trap door when you get there. But
okay.
So what you're gonna need is basically you don't need to move anything. You don't need to take anything. I just need you to, in your way, catalog all the information written in, could be blood, could be feces, could be ink. I don't know. And I just need you to kind of like get as much information. And then once we get back home, we'll sort of try and run down some leads on it.
Senator Pinch, is this something we should notify the authorities about?
Not the authorities here in town, unfortunately.
Understood. Should I bring the black notebooks, or should I just go ahead and use the red binders for this?
We'll go black notebooks.
All right, great.
Thanks.
Sounds easy.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Beanie.
Thank you. The three of you head towards where the caravan and the protesters are, correct? You head out in that direction. There is no clear sign of the guards or Senator Reyes. At this point, it's now, I think, getting close to 11 o'clock after the conversation and moving to that portion of the town. But you can also feel some heightened tension in the air. People know that something is coming. The protesters are gathering, ready to go. They have not recast the spell as of yet that will bind them to that space and then reinstigate the sympathy magic. However, they are there. And you see that even more citizens have gathered from the town itself as well. It looks like most of them are there for observation, but all of the same individuals who had actively joined in the protest are also there. So in general, even more numbers are here than there were yesterday.
I haven't been here, so I don't know who any of these people are. So this is what I'm gonna walk behind you on.
That's fine. Do we want to hold a press conference? What are what's our goal here?
We should have a chat with the leaders here and let them know what we've got and what we're trying to do, and see if we can bring some peace around it.
Okay, great. So we look around. Do we find Amira?
Yep, Amira is there. So is Wayfinder Deep Rock.
Okay.
They appear to be talking.
All right. So I'm going to approach them. Amira, do you have a second? Can we talk?
Yeah, is it something private?
A little bit. Do you mind?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Wayfinder Deep Rock kind of gestures and takes a step away. Hello? Oh.
Herry Pinch, how you doing?
Nice to meet you, Mr. Pinch.
Yeah.
My name is Amir Rashad.
I've heard great things about what you're doing out here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Glad to hear the word is spreading.
Yep, the word's getting out. People are starting to understand what's going on out here. So
that's
congratulations.
Honestly, great to hear. Thank you. That actually means a lot to me.
You're welcome. Yeah.
So we found some information that we believe can paint who the real suspect is in this murder investigation.
What do you mean by paint who the real suspect is?
Well, as you know, Sister Hennel has been the number one suspect. And we had that conversation with her yesterday, and we no longer... We didn't believe that she was the real suspect, especially after our conversation with her. And we believe that we've figured out who really summoned that revenant.
Oh, so you figured out who did it, not just who the suspect is.
Yeah. Well...
Who we believe to have
done it.
We don't have badges or anything. We aren't, the police here. So...
You're not guards, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
So, when we say paint the suspect, we've investigated what we can,
yeah.
But I don't think we are the ones who can, say definitively how the authorities here are going to act on this information.
Yeah, and I have news on that end too.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look good. Sister Hennel fled this not too long ago.
Oh.
Yeah, she fled into the woods. Looks pretty suspicious.
It does.
So
There's that fear.
Yeah.
she looked very upset.
Okay.
I assumed whatever conversation you all had with her last night spooked her, and so this morning she fled.
Just on foot?
Is that? Yeah,
Okay.
I assume. But you're now saying that you have another suspect?
Well, we have reason to believe that Otra himself was involved in this. And if Sister Hennel has fled the scene, unfortunately, that seems extremely suspicious considering the nature of their relationship.
Is Sister Hennel in danger?
I mean, there's a revenant in the woods from last I
Yeah.
heard.
That revenant is still there. So yes, she is in danger.
We found spell supplies and a beginner primal magic manual at Otra's house, and we believe that Otra was practicing magic and that he himself possibly summoned this revenant using his own blood.
There's so many things wrong with what you just said.
Believe
A
me, I know it
beginner's
doesn't
guide
make
to
sense.
primal magic? What is
I-
this, like some mass publishing company?
Basically, yeah. Which is why he would have had to use so much blood magic.
Well, we've got a few sides to this, or we've got a few pieces here Mr. Deeprock, can you come back over here and we'll talk with you as well? Let's get
Of course.
Let's get the protest piece under conversation. Here's what I'm working on. I'm Senator Herry Pinch. Yeah,
Nice to meet you.
yeah.
Wayfinder Deeprock.
Nice to meet you. I was sent here. We were sent here as a team to effectively figure out what was going on and hopefully come to some variety of amicable means where we can get the salt moving and your guys' word out and figure out what the next steps are. Here's what I can offer. Here's what I'm working on. I've sent message back to not only the king of NFR, but also my Senate comrades in the Circle of Sand and the Circle of Gold, as well as General Lockner, suggesting strongly that your compatriots that have been locked up have been treated poorly. I don't know if you've heard the news, but there's a tussle in a cell last night with one of your friends. So I've strongly suggested, and I have no reason to believe that it won't be taken seriously, that Lieutenant Strike gets at least called off today, and hopefully that leads to them being released shortly, which I know is one of you all's main priorities, which I understand and I can appreciate. The other piece is I've written up a resolution for a refugee program through Resinium City, where I actually do have some power. I can't get you guys a spot to live right here, right now, but I can get you guys out and hopefully on the path to being safe.
Give me a presence roll.
Deal. I'm going to use Heart of a Poet, too. I can do it after, which adds a D4, and I'll spend a hope. That'll be a 13 plus 4. That's a 17 with fear.
That all sounds very nice,
Sure.
Senator Pinch.
Mhm.
I understand that things work through a system of requests and laws and policies here in Venethar, and this is very likely the best that you can do.
Yep.
And I mean it when I say that we appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I also hope that you understand that that will take time,
Absolutely.
and that Resinium City is far from where my brothers and sisters in the Steelmarrow tribe
Certainly.
are being taken advantage of and abused, and that any refuge that exists far from that border is only putting more and more distance that they would have to travel to get there. I hope that your plan includes some type of way that would alleviate that additional distance.
Absolutely. Progress takes time. I understand that. I understand you're trying to solve a problem now. That being said,
A problem that has existed
Yes.
for nearly 50 years.
absolutely. But you and I are trying to solve it here and now.
I understand. He looks over at the much younger Amira.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yes.
I am merely trying to give voice to the younger generations and people who are getting ready to take the reins of leadership.
Absolutely.
And I'm preparing you for the voices that they will be lifting up.
I appreciate that.
So I think we are in agreement here. And I'm just making sure that we are on the same page for these things.
I love it. All I can say, and I'll say this to you as well, Mira, it's a small door. I'm not claiming that the doors we're trying to open today is the solve or the be-all, end-all. But if you can get in the house, it's easier to get into other rooms, if that makes sense. So we're opening one small door in Resinium City that will offer potentially a lot more legality to not just live in Resinium City, but offer some citizenship past that if we can work together and continue progress.
I am interested in finding out what these other rooms may look like.
Great. Thank you so much. Is there any way that I could figure out, whether it's reaching out to Beanie, where we're at with strike and anything, if that message got responded to?
Yeah. I think
I probably touched base with her on the way here, so I guess what do I know from that?
What are you asking about specifically?
So I had her send out that missive, earlier this morning to them. So just kind of being like, did we get any response to my recommendations from the other senator circles and the king and General Lockner regarding Gustavo's lack of action and Lieutenant Strike's aggression and, frankly, mismanagement? Or am I just bullshitting here?
You see a light ping on your sending stone that is like specifically to Beanie's like a tone. Senator Pinch.
Yeah. Hey. Where are you at? Have you made it to the basement yet?
What?
Yeah.
Is going on down here?
I did say it's a trapdoor, but you know what it is.
You told. I really should have brought the red binder.
Oh, I always
forget.
I always forget which one's the.
What do you mean you forget? It's a binder, so it obviously can contain multiple. Like I want samples of some of this stuff, and so the binder will let me collect samples, and I can put the.
Sure, that's on me. I apologize. That's on.
That's fine. We can review it on the way back.
Yes,
like the system. We'll
be
fine. I got a missive from General Lockner, and it seems like what the general is going to have happen is they're going to have Lieutenant Strike report to Resinium City immediately to make a full in-person report.
I love it.
A waygate has been opened, and Lieutenant Strike is ordered to make their way to the Resinium City immediately.
Wonderful. Is there any word on who's put in temporary charge of?
As of right now, it's Senator Reyes.
Great. Wonderful. What a treat.
It's sometimes hard for me to understand sarcasm.
Sure.
Over sending stone.
Yeah. No, this is partially great. That's wonderful. Things are moving. I appreciate it, Beanie.
Of course. I'm going to go back to, did you notice in the far corner there were just a bunch of like numbers repeating?
No, that's why you're there.
It's honestly fascinating.
I'm so glad that it's fascinating, Beanie.
Great. I'm going to get back at this.
Yep. Turn every rock.
Right. Wish I had my red binder.
Okay. Good news. Looks like Lieutenant Strike has been at least temporarily relieved and is on their way to Resinium City to be talked to by their boss, who I happen to have worked with in the past. Now we just need to work with Gustavo on maybe just resolving this peacefully and letting the townsperson go and letting your folks go as well. So that'll be our next step.
That is impressive, actually.
Sometimes you got to call, bud.
By the way, I don't know if Amira mentioned this. Sister Hennel fled this morning.
Yeah, we got to go to the woods.
Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure you guys knew we were taking care of you before we...
Can I pull some of the adventurers who have been on protect duty to come with us into the woods?
You're more than welcome to try.
Yeah. Next up, we're going to go to the woods. We got to go...
We have to.
Do anything we can to save Sister Hennel. I fly over to kind of the adventurers camp. We're mid-morning. They're awake, right? Are they there?
I'm going to spend a fear.
Sure, yeah. Uh-huh.
To not give us any help.
Yeah.
You arrive, and all of the adventurers have the Baaz preordained quests, pre-blessed quest sheets.
Oh, that's right. You told them not
that
to
they
do
are
anything but what they were told
reading.
to do.
I told them not to escalate.
And they're all reading these things, and they give you a wave. They're like, most of them are packing up, and the leaders are reviewing these sheets. They give you a wave. Prelate.
Good morning.
Good morning. We're on our way out. We've received a new round of orders.
From who?
From
Sender Demrick?
From Sender Demrick.
Awesome. Glad to hear. What are your new orders?
Oh, there is a group of kobolds that seem to have been given another...
More kobold depopulation?
Well, seems like they gave a recent group quite the run, and we are now ordered to go provide additional support.
Wow, all 14 of you?
Yeah, it seems to be quite bad.
Man, well, hey, don't let me stand in the way of your written orders. But any of the 14, before you head out, anyone feeling bold this morning?
Ooh.
Give me a presence check.
You know I will.
I'm gonna need you.
When I make a presence roll, I can spend a hope to add my strength to it, so I'm definitely gonna do that.
Can I also give the help action?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am gonna need you to beat 20.
Okay, so I have +2 for my presence.
Yep.
And +3 for my strength, so that's +5.
Yep.
Marking that hope. Plus an extra d6 from him. Can I spend a second hope to also use an experience, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Then I'm also going to do my Prelate of Resinia, my +2 for that. So, okay. Before we do this, I'm just going to add all my pluses up, which is +2 to 3 is 7. So I have a +7 and the d6.
We've got a very scary morning and afternoon here. There's some big stuff going on. I'd like to offer my rally die to everyone in the party, which is another d6 if you need it.
Okay, so that is right now. I'm at a 9 with fear, +7 is 16, plus your d6.
Plus another d6 for rally.
Plus
die.
a d6.
Yeah. Do you want to roll it?
You go ahead.
Okay, I'll do it. That is only a 17, but I'm going to use one of my prayer dice and get to a 21.
Yeah! Use those resources.
A 21 with fear.
A lot of them kind of look around and look at you can see that the monetary reward on this is disproportionate to the amount of work that they are doing. Sender Demrick here is making a hard play against you.
Yeah, of course he is.
And is basically like, would you like some free money? And a vast majority of these adventurers are going to take the easy money in this scenario.
Yeah.
You do see a group of 3 adventurers kind of eye you as a prelate of Baaz, and hear you say the feeling wanting to be bold.
Yeah.
And they hand they say, are you saying that Baaz is going to bless your missive as well?
Absolutely.
They will set this one aside.
Because I could do the whole blessing.
You can do that.
I am blessing their
that is something
here.
You
absolutely
speak on behalf of Baaz for sure. And they will set their side. You will have 3 people who will join in your venture into this woods.
I also imagine a little bit like all 14 of these saw me come back from the woods pretty fucked up yesterday.
Absolutely.
So I only want the ones who are I don't think any of them have illusions as to what they're signing up for here.
And Harry's rally was literally this is gonna be scary.
It's gonna be fucked up.
Yeah.
The other thing, Harry, as we were walking away from all these other ones, be like, have you boys ever been to the Fortune in Resinium City? Might have some new opportunities in the big city. It's you guys have a lovely, quaint little fortune out here, but you boys won't be able to believe what you see in Resinium City.
I heard that they've got a whole gambling ring in it.
Oh, we have 2 gambling rings.
2?
Just like within earshot of all the guys that said no. I'm just like, oh, these guys are just getting promotion on promotion on promotion.
It's incredible.
Tell me, what are your names?
Yeah.
Look, yes, do I want to be shitty to Justin and make him have more names? Yes. But also, I think Luken is taking these guys into actual danger.
Yeah.
Wants to be actually inspirational and have them feel like they're doing this as part of the team.
Yeah. Dawson, Jace, and Frankie.
Dawson, Jace.
This year on the CW.
Dawson, Jace, and Frankie.
Oh, we're missing a Joey?
Yeah.
Dawson, Jace, Frankie. So glad to have you aboard. This is going to be fun. Here's the mission. We're going to meet up with a couple friends of mine. We're going to go into the woods. Someone has gone missing in there. We're going to find her.
Oh, that seems easy.
Full disclosure, there's also a revenant. I'm going to strongly suggest you don't try and take on the revenant by yourself.
Okay. Convinced.
Yeah, but why don't you come with me? Our group will come up with the game plan, and we're gonna make it happen.
It looks like Dawson is some type of like barbarian, and Frankie, she is like this really like ripped fighter, and Jace is like a wizard.
Yes.
And Jace raises his hand and says, "Hey,
Hey,
neither of my friends here know what a revenant is, but I do." That's bad, man. That's real bad.
It is, but with teamwork and with Boz's good fortune smiling upon us, I think we're gonna be successful. My friend Sahra and I nearly took it out yesterday, and it ran away. With luck, it might still be, weaker than it was when we found it. But keep your wits about you. I trust you to take care of Dawson and Frankie and not let them take this threat too lightly.
Oh, okay. I'll do my best.
You're project manager.
This is a promotion.
Yeah, sure is.
Great. All right.
These
Well,
guys' lives just got way better. Like
Right.
in less
if
than
they
10 minutes.
survive the revenant.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Yeah, so I take them back.
Okay.
I think it's time for us to
I think so.
go into the woods.
Yeah.
All right.
Here's what I'm thinking, guys. Why don't I fly over the treetops and try and do recon that way, see what I can find? If any of the 5 of you see Sister Hennel or anything that gives you alarm, start yelling, and we will come to where the noise is and take care of what we got to take care of here.
All right.
Does that sound like a plan?
Dawson, do you know how to make a pelican noise?
it's like kind of like guttural, right? Like,
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, that's the one. You got it in one.
Nailed it.
That's your code word.
what? Wait, sorry. What is it code for?
If we see a lady running,
Any lady running.
any lady running in the
Honestly,
woods,
yeah, if you see any lady running in those
that feels
woods,
safe.
yes, please
Yeah,
do yell.
Okay. All right,
absolutely.
understood.
Or a revenant.
Or a revenant.
Either one of those two.
One
things.
code word, two
Yeah,
things.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Either one seems important for us all to know.
Yeah.
The lady we're looking for is in her late 40s.
Okay.
Revenants.
I'm familiar with Sister Hennel.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Revenants, very dangerous.
Yep.
Sister Hennel, maybe grouchier than the Revenant. So,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's up.
don't expect her to be friendly.
Okay.
But also,
Understood.
be nice to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deep Rock, if I'm coming, you are too. It's an old man's game tonight.
I'm sorry. What?
Come on, we're gonna go find your friend. Bring a stick or something.
You see, he reaches down into the sand, grabs a handful of sand, and as he picks it up, the sand just becomes like a rock.
Hell yeah.
And he just turns the sand into this mall.
Yeah, I knew you had it in you.
Wait, sorry. Could he do that the whole time? Has he always been able to do that?
Dude, I don't know, man.
Can you do that?
I don't know. Let me try.
Give me an instinct roll.
That is a 17 with fear.
I love that I got a fear out of it.
Just free.
When do we just start saying no to when Justin asks us to roll things?
You are able to craft. What kind of weapon do you want to make out of the sand?
I want to make like a bow staff thing that I
Yeah.
can like twirl.
Yeah,
And, like,
you make this really. It's pretty simplistic. It's mostly. This is the first time you've crafted a
Right,
weapon out of
exactly.
sand.
So it's mostly just a stick.
Yeah. It's just a really long but sturdy looking stick.
Yeah.
I think there's probably a look of shock on your eyes as much as
I
anyone
did
else's. Yeah, you've got a stick now, and I've got another fear. This is a win-win. The 7 of you all begin to make your way into the sparsely populated woods. I think you are maybe moving a little more cautiously, but with the difference being today when you are going into the woods, it is daytime, which is a marked difference from the last time the 2 of you, Luken and Sahra, went into the woods when it was night, making this a little less spooky. But this time you know what awaits you in the woods. As you begin to make your way in there, at some point, Luken, you said you wanted to fly?
Yeah, I'm flying up above, trying to cover more ground that way because, we want to take out the Revenant, but I view this as a search mission as much as a hunt mission.
Yes. Go ahead and give me a presence roll.
Yeah. I am going to spend that hope to add my strength again. That is a 18 with fear.
Stop.
Num.
Stop.
Well, no, if he This is in the rules. If he runs out of fear tokens, he loses.
Yeah. We have to keep playing.
You fly up and out into the wooded area, and in the not so distant horizon, you see smoke. As you approach closer, you see Sister Hennel has lit a significant amount of brush on fire. The fire is kind of framing behind her and keeping the revenant from getting to her, as she seems to be underneath. You can't quite see because she's underneath another jut of rock, but you can see her form kneeling down over something with the burning brush behind her, and the revenant almost like a predatory cat in a cage going back and forth in front of the fire, trying to find a way inside.
I am going to then fly back to the team here, relay all that to you guys, and say to Sahra specifically, Sahra, do you know what she's doing? Is this, are you familiar with this kind of magic? Should we go help?
Let's find out.
Okay.
Can I do a knowledge check?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a knowledge check.
Okay, that is a 17 with fear.
If she is casting primal magic, it is likely to be extremely volatile, with the combination of just being under duress. Generally, not an encouraged experience for any magical caster to be under duress. While that's, I think, what differentiates adventurers from arcanists and ritualists is how capable are you at casting magic under duress.
Mm-hmm.
She, as a not fully trained ritualist, will not be as good at casting magic under the pressure of a predatory revenant over her shoulder. Probably why she has lit this fire to keep the revenant at bay while she's doing something. But without any context, he has provided you no information.
Is there something that I know about revenants and fire that I understand specifically why the fire is keeping it away, or is it just in general, it just doesn't want to get near the fire?
The 4 elements of water, air, earth, fire are kind of the tenets, the 4 pillars of primal magic.
Yeah.
And they can be used to confuse or keep at bay or confound. So it's probably not a long-term fix or anything like that, but for instance, running water between you and a creature is a primal magic basic that will keep it at bay for a period of time. Hitting it with fire can blind it, things like that. These are just primal magic basics, very simple cantrip-like magics that a ritualist will learn to keep themselves, much like you grounded yourself. That is a tenet of earth magic that you have used from early years learning primal rituals. Early things you learned while doing primal rituals. So that being said, probably clock is ticking on that front.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what she's doing, but I know we don't have a lot of time, so we got to get over there.
All right. I think this is a spot where Luken feels pretty this is the kind of thing Luken is used to kind of taking the lead on.
Yeah.
Everyone, follow me. I know which way we're going. I'm gonna stay in sight. Follow me. We'll get there. We'll take care of this.
And as Sahra's walking, she's practicing with her bow staff, and she whacks herself a couple times while she's still getting the hang of it.
Luken makes a mental note all right, well, if 3 of us are going to keep working together, maybe I should try and help her out with weapons training a little bit when we get back to Resinium City. So I think we get there. I'm going to say, Sahra, would you be willing to talk to Sister Hennel, see if there's anything we can avoid doing that's, figure out what she's doing, not just how we can help, but how we can stay out of her way. I do it myself, but I'm terrified of Sister Hennel. So we're going to let you take the lead on that one.
I'll do my best, yeah.
You all arrive, and not a ton has changed since you saw this situation last, Luken. The fires are dying down a little bit. She is underneath this rock outcropping. You see that she has created a chalk circle underneath and on the stone at her feet. It is maybe 7 feet wide. There are candles at 5 of the corners. She has in her hands a book that is kind of hovering a few inches over her outstretched palm. She is incanting something in a language that only you would understand, Sahra, and the rock that is in the circle itself seems to be deteriorating. And almost like water in a sink, you can see it goes down into the hole itself, and you can feel a wind behind you pulling you, not strong or anything, just almost like a light breeze moving towards the hole. And the smoke that is the revenant is all flowing towards that hole. She's doing something that seems to be pulling the revenant toward her and down into the hole. That's what you were able to tell in this moment. You see Dawson, Jace, and Frankie all draw their weapons. The Wayfinder takes his weapon out as well. They are all ready to go. The spotlight is on you.
Sahra's going to carefully get close enough to the circle so that Sister Hennel can hear me, but not close enough that I'm in immediate danger. I'm keeping a safe distance-ish. And I kind of yell out to her, and I say, Sister Hennel, what are you doing?
I have to put him back. I have to. It's Otra's rage. It's his anger. I have to get rid of it. He's a fucking fool, and when he summoned it, he didn't do it properly. It's just gonna keep feeding off of... We have to put it back. It's never gonna go away if we just defeat it.
How can I help?
She gestures to a spot on like kind of another triangular point on the ritual. You're gonna have to go through the fire to get to her, though. So I'll need an agility reaction roll.
Okay.
So just 2d4. Hope and fear do not matter in this moment.
Okay.
You're just trying to beat a 12.
Okay. That is a 16 with fear.
You are able to make your way through the fire and position yourself across from her. Now that you are much closer to the actual magical circle itself, you can tell that she has kind of opened up a portal of some sort to this plane of primordial emotion. It is not the darkness that you previously perceived. It is just raw emotion down there.
Okay.
And you can feel yourself, kind of all of the mixed feelings that you've had over the past day or so, kind of navigating all of these different areas, are kind of broiling up inside of you, even just being near to this space. Go ahead and give me an instinct roll, and you are trying to beat a 20.
I got a 20 with hope.
Great. Wow. That will move the countdown. A success with hope ticks it down by 2, so it moves it from an 8 to a 6.
Nice.
That is pulling the revenant down into this space. So there are 2 things that must be accomplished in this moment. The revenant must be weakened to the point that it can be fully taken into this other plane of raw emotion, and the ritual must be completed. Both must be accomplished for this encounter to be accomplished. So the countdown is tracking the ritual, and obviously the HP of the monster is tracking its status as weak. This is still a success, so the spotlight is on you all.
Is there anything else? Are the primal magic users the only ones that can help with the ritual?
Anyone is going to be able to help with the ritual. It's going to be a matter of how that will change.
I am going to take a swing at weakening it.
Yep.
So I'm just going to dive bomb it and punch it with my knuckle blades. If I'm successful, I'm going to spend a hope to do more damage because I can do that when I'm flying.
Okay, Dawson is going to provide you with the help action. He's going to kind of flank with you, so go ahead and add a d6 to your...
Okay, 18, 23, 26 with fear.
Great. That is a hit.
So I'm going to spend a hope, and I will do an extra d8 of damage here. That is going to be that's going to be a 19 for the damage roll.
I'm going to...
And I'm going to also, just for proof I'm not cheating, using one of my prayer dice to get myself more hope.
Okay. I'm going to use a feature on the the revenant called My Turn, which I previously used, where I spend a number of fear equal to the HP marked by the revenant to cause the attacker to mark the same number of HP.
Yep.
So I will spend 2 fear. You also take 2 hits. As
I know how this one works, thanks.
you fly by it, and it takes the hit, glancing on the shoulder, and uses the momentum to ravage your right wing with its claw. The spotlight, I believe, is still on me, though, because you rolled with fear. That was just a reaction.
Correct, yeah.
I will then move to attack Herry.
Why? He's not even in the mix.
Poor Harry.
It's not even over there.
He's just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
He's going to close in on Herry.
Great.
I only rolled a 10.
I think that is a miss. That is a miss.
Nice.
Bitch.
He bounds towards you and absolutely misses. You see Jace gives you 2 thumbs up, Harry.
Harry's going to cast invisibility on himself.
Great.
I just need to beat a 10, which I do. I got a 12. Is that a fear or hope thing? I don't know what a reaction roll is. If a spellcast roll is a reaction roll or an action. I think it's probably an action roll, right?
Yeah.
So it's with hope either way, so go fuck yourself. So I need to mark a stress to do that. Does anyone mind if I take just an immediate another action? I know that's not always the coolest thing in the world to do, but...
I would love it if you did that.
Okay. While we're here, and while I'm on a roll, Harry's going to mark a stress to cast Runic Circle. To create a temporary magic circle on the ground where you stand. All adversaries within melee range or who enter melee range take 2d12 plus 4 magic damage and are knocked back to very close range. So it takes 19 damage from Harry. Basically, you see Harry turns invisible, and then what you don't see is Harry with his umbrella making little dots and dashes in a circle around him, and you just see a little glowing circle pop up, and all of a sudden this revenant just blasts back, taking damage.
Did you make an attack roll? Did I just not hear it?
You don't have to. Mark a stress to create a temporary magic circle on the ground where you stand. All adversaries within melee range, which you just hit me, or who enter melee range, take 2d12 plus 4 magic damage, and are knocked back to very close range.
Wow.
So no longer in melee with me.
And how much damage?
19.
Good job, Harry Pinch.
Go eat shit, revenant.
I will again use a reaction to... Yeah, there's no... I will again use a reaction to spend a number of fear equal to the HP marked by the revenant to cause the attacker to take the same number of HP.
Oh, is that 2?
2.
Cool.
Oh, you still have fear left.
Yep.
I was like, you're out of fear. No, you're not.
Cool. And I took 2 turns, so whoever's...
Were you hope again?
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get to keep going then?
Yeah.
How's that ritual coming?
Sahra looks at Sister Hennel, and I'm like, what do you need me to do? I'm just standing here. How can I help?
She says, keep casting with me, and she hands you you are able to see into her book from where you are.
Okay, great.
So you can cast again in this moment and try to move the counter down.
Okay, great. Let's do that then.
Could I direct Jace the wizard to help?
Yes.
He does magic stuff.
Yep.
So I look at Jace and say, Jace, help, don't just stand there. Help with the ritual, come on.
He moves his 2 thumbs up from Harry over to you and makes his way over there. Go ahead.
Great.
So you'll get a D6.
Yeah.
Right?
I will actually have him roll his own.
Oh, great, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stay out of it.
Okay. And I'm going to spend a hope. Since I'm in a natural environment, I can gain +2 bonus on the roll.
Let's see.
18. And I'm gonna mark 2 stress to change it into hope instead of fear.
That's sick.
That's so cool.
I love that. I love that feature.
That makes me very sad.
So 18 with hope.
I think I said, did I say what the DC was?
Oh, and the D6 as well.
Can you roll the D6?
Yes. A 3.
Okay, so it's over 20. That was a success with hope.
Yes.
So that ticks it down another 2. So it's now at 4. And that was with hope. So you guys may keep going. Jace will roll, if that's okay with you all.
Yeah.
He rolls. He has a +4. Oh, he got a 10.
That sucked.
But he doesn't roll with hope or fear, so his does not count towards anything.
Yep.
He just is trying to.
I'm trying my best, guys.
Hey, just stick with it. You're doing
They're
great.
not
You can
really
do it. You can
sharing
do
the
it.
book very well. I can't see. It's upside down from where I am. It's upside down. I'm trying. I also don't speak. I am an arcanist. But I'm trying my best.
Keep at it, kid.
I have blood. If it comes to that, I have blood.
Blood's around 3 thing.
Okay.
Kind of a weird. We all have blood. I'm glad you do too.
Great. I'm gonna spend a fear to go, and I am going to. I'm gonna
come
go,
at me. Take another D12. Come on.
Absolutely not. I'm going to go after Luken.
You're gonna roll that with disadvantage.
16.
Yeah, you got
Great. I rolled a classic damage roll from Justin the DM for a whopping. It's so low. Why can't I do this math?
Oh my god.
It's single digits.
4 plus 3, 7 damage.
That's 1 HP for me.
Truly. So it's 1 away from
to add 4 numbers to get to that 7. So I trust
minimum.
that's why the math's
1 away from minimum damage on this super scary bad monster. Yeah, I'm done.
Herry is going to use his make a scene, his bard feature, to spend 3 hope to temporarily distract a target within close range, giving them a -2 penalty to their difficulty. So Harry's just like whistling and making noise from invisibility, just like noises in this dude's ear, just trying to like distract him. So like
The revenant,
running around him.
the revenant, like a confused dog, is looking around.
Yep. Throwing little sticks and like nothing to do damage, but just enough to like, where the fuck is this coming from?
At this point, the revenant looks pretty like not. Its body is very much like a cloud. It has lost a lot of its physical. What was keeping it close and tight together it's quite amorphous at this point, and the amount of smoke trail that is leading over the fire and into the pit to the emotional plane is quite long at this point. So the spotlight goes for you.
Where are we at on the counter?
You are at 4.
Okay, thank you.
While he's distracted,
Yeah. Continue
if I-
the ritual,
Hit him.
or okay.
Maybe get a hit in.
get it.
Okay. Yes.
Because it's -2, so you probably will
Oh yeah, for the
have a higher
difficulty,
chance
right.
of success.
Yeah, so I'm going to dust myself off, start flying again, and do another kind of swooping attack down. So this is a melee attack. That is only a 12. Do I have the help from my
You
whole
can,
adventure,
yeah.
guys?
He will give you the help action.
Is that to my...
A d6, yep.
Oh, great. 18.
Yes, that is a hit.
So I'm gonna say, Frankie just like looses an arrow and right
Yep.
between the eyes there. So that's a hit. I am going to again spend a hope to do some additional damage here, and that was with hope that time.
Okay.
That is 16 plus 6, 22 on the damage.
At this point, the revenant has lost all form that it had, and the smoke around Jace and Sahra and Sister Hennel is a cloud of black mist. The revenant is itself completely lost its physical form. It just needs to be entirely taken down into the portal itself. You've defeated it from its physical form. It just needs to be vanquished into this space.
I fly back around and give Dawson a huge high five for that assist on the.
Thanks for the blessing.
And then I look at Sahra and say, "Sahra, I think we're up to you now."
Yep. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna continue the ritual. And I'm gonna spin another hope to gain a +2 bonus. So that's 19 with hope.
That is a fail. Do you have any other way to get one more point?
Do you have a rally die?
I have a rally die.
The D6.
Yeah.
The D6.
Yep.
Which would get it.
Right.
Just
And
one
I
shot.
rolled a 1, but that made it.
That is a success with hope. So you are down to 2 at this point. You just need another success with hope would get you down to 0. However, I'm going to spend a fear. The dark cloud is swirling around you. It is hard to see exactly what's happening. There are bolts of red rage lightning that are cracking almost like static electricity between your fingers as you feel, again, all of those emotions building up for the past couple of days. The wind is whipping around, and you see Sister Hennel lose her footing. She is going to fall into the pit if you do not intercede. You have...
Can it just be her? Can it be any of us?
You are all too far away. You are on the other side of the fire.
What if I have something that can...
If you have
far range?
If you have something from far range,
Yeah.
absolutely. You will have a difficult DC because she is like obscured a little bit.
Yeah.
I physically intercession, she is the only one physically close enough.
Okay.
If you have other ways to intercede, absolutely. Doing so may also put you in danger, though. Similar in the way that saving a drowning person without a floaty
Right.
puts you in danger.
I can't get there. Do I see this starting to happen, at least? Like, do I notice this?
I think you notice it. Again, your DC will be harder.
I'm not saying, like,
Physical intervention will put anyone in danger.
all I'm saying is I would like to turn my attention that way,
Yeah.
knowing I can't get there at this moment. But
I'm going to scream, help!
Harry's going to cast Arcane Door. It's a spellcast roll DC 13. I'll use my subtle spell experience.
Before you roll this, if I remember correctly, this
Yeah.
spell is like a dimension door style,
Yep.
like teleport in.
Yep.
It is
Any
not.
creature can go through it.
Is it a you? Read this description of the spell for me.
When you have no adversaries within melee range, make a spellcast roll 13. On a success, spend a hope to create a portal from where you are to a point within far range you can see. It closes once a creature has passed through it. Doesn't say which side they have to pass through.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it comes to
Yep.
me.
Yep. All of that is true. A failure here
Yeah.
will be very bad.
Everybody good with me trying?
yeah, man.
Sure.
I'm going to use my rally die. I have to get a 13.
Yeah, I got it. I can throw you a +2 after we get the result if you need it.
Plus, I'll get a +2 from my experience.
Okay.
Do you have the hope to spend for your experience?
Oh, yeah. I've got 4 left.
Yeah, man. Do the thing.
Does that feel okay to you,
Okay.
everybody?
Yep.
I'd be mad if you didn't.
How does a 14, 16 with hope feel?
What?
The spellcast is a 13.
Okay, great. Wow. Yeah, describe what this looks like.
So Harry hears Sahra hollering about something, sees Sister Hennel slipping and falling potentially into the thing, starts quickly banging his umbrella to a rhythm to start making his runic door underneath where Sister Hennel is standing so that she can come directly to where he is.
The door opens up, and the direction of her fall does not quite have enough momentum yet, and she falls through your door before she falls into the pit, reappears where you are, and does not fall into the pit.
That's good.
Around you. That is a success with hope.
Finish it up!
Yeah, let's finish this ritual. All right. And I'm gonna spend a hope to gain +2.
Sister Hennel lays. She's like,
You doing okay?
oh,
Hi, Senator Harry Pinch. How are you?
what a handsome man you are.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Ooh, it was crit.
Critical success. Why don't you describe what finishing this ritual looks like?
Just a bright beacon of light kind of shoots out of the hole, and there's like a screeching sound as all of the smoke turns into this like whirling tornado that gets sucked down like water going down a drain. And then there's like a blast of air that kind of pushes us all and blows our hair back, and then it's just silence.
The rock that previously had fallen into the hole reappears, sealing it shut. And the fire around you and the brush is still burning, but that is the only sound you hear as you have completed this ritual and vanquished the revenant back to the realm of emotion.
Yeah. Great job, everybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hell
Great.
yeah.
The 4 people that you brought with you are all like, wow, that was intense.
Went well. You guys all right? Is everybody okay?
I feel good.
Yeah.
I also feel good.
Dawson?
I feel great.
Dawson, Jace, Frankie, you guys good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Nice work, everybody.
Did you have fun?
No,
Was it better than depopulating kobolds?
Unknown?
Yeah, I guess you only have the
Unknown?
context for one, right?
Yeah, only have the context for one.
But you're going to have some great stories to tell at the fortune later, aren't you?
That's true. That's true. So yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Wild.
I'm gonna look at Sister Hennel and I'm gonna be like, okay. So Otra made the revenant.
My plan, I thought that might have been the case based on what you told me.
Did you know?
No, not until we had that conversation.
Why did you come out here by yourself?
It was he took those things from me. I felt I was the only one capable of stopping it.
Okay. Are you okay?
Bit of a bruised pride, close call there, but this handsome young gentleman saved me. So, all's well that ends well.
Sister Hennel, you made yourself look really suspicious today when you ran off. And we've found physical evidence that ties Otra to his own death. I'm worried about you. I'm worried that there's not enough to get you off as well.
Everyone says don't care about what other people think, and then when you actually go through with that kind of philosophy, everyone
Not in
gets
the
upset.
eyes of the law.
Oh, so there are some things that we need to care about. Listen,
Yes.
When you get to be my age, you just don't care anymore.
Well, if you don't care, then that's on you.
I agree.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I'm innocent.
Okay.
If there's any other things that I can help you, though, in terms of proving that innocence, I am happy to
Yeah, sure.
help. Happy to help.
Sure. Yeah.
The group of you all make your way back to civilization, not far, and people have gathered, kind of seeing the smoke, and have buckets of water at the ready. There's not enough brush to be considered of like a forest fire or anything like that. They are surprised to see you all. You have Sister Hennel. You see Senator Reyes with 2 guards there. He points to Sister Hennel and say, arrest this woman, please. They make way over to arrest Sister Hennel.
There's a new suspect, Tavo. In fact, we do believe that we found who actually cast an ice spill for a revenant and really fucked it up.
He raises a hand to stop them. As I said, Senator Pinch, if you have information to share, please. We are all interested in justice. So, what information do you have for us?
I'll look over to you two, because you saw the revenant last night and kind of got the bulk of it.
We have reason to believe that Otra himself acted alone in creating a revenant.
The crowd.
We witnessed this revenant last night and were attacked by it, and it said the word kill. We have searched Otra's house. We found evidence of primal magic in his home. He had the 5 holy herbs of the Nation. He had manuals on primal magic. He had candle making kits. And we have reason to believe that Otra used his own blood in order to create a revenant. The only question remaining is why.
Herry looks at Sister Hennel. Sometimes secrets need to be told.
I spurned him.
Harry
looks at you.
Harry winks. Perfect, yeah.
I spurned him, and he thought he could take this, but I was ready. My protections kept me safe. This time,
A scorned lover tried to get back, had his partner who was no longer interested, and he tried to use some magic that was a little over his head.
I will not be tied down.
That's right. Independent woman.
Give me a presence check You may have advantage on this,
Yeah, for sure.
since that is mostly the truth.
All of us?
No. Just
All right. 12 plus 4 is 16 with
Yeah.
hope.
that's a success with hope. The crowd starts to murmur and kind of shake their head up and down, and you see that Gustavo gestures away the guardsman away from Sister Hennel, who is kind of looking at Senator Pinch, kind of like, is that what you wanted?
It's great. Excellent.
And she also then makes her way away from the crowd. She's like, I would rather not to speak in front of a crowd ever again for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And she has successfully kind of faded into the background. Gustavo,
Herry would love to walk up towards Gustavo and loudly just exclaim, I'd like to thank on behalf of the King of Venethar and the Venetharan Senate, Gustavo Reyes, for all of the good work trying to come to a solution with this murder case. Thanks so much, Gustavo.
the crowd claps a little bit hesitantly at first because they're like trying to make the connection as to why he was about to arrest the wrong person and is now getting a lot of claps.
100%.
But eventually the people all clap along.
It's just like, okay, our guy's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to there's no villain here. We're all good.
As people
This
are
is
clapping.
buttoned up.
Hoping that he then releases people. Like he's like, hey man, just be the fucking hero. Let's be good.
Yeah.
As this clapping is happening, you see Beanie in the back of the crowd. She has a couple of black notebooks that she has kind of obviously been writing in. She gives you a big thumbs up from where she's standing and gives you a gesture back towards the tavern and heads in that way. And kind of the rest of the next 20 to 30 minutes is answering a couple of questions to the guard, specifically about Otra's motives and things like that, kind of cleaning up any loose edges and threads on these stories and kind of closing out your things with the people here in this crowd. Are there any other things that you all want to do here in this town?
In the town?
Yeah.
I have one thing I'd like to do. As is tradition when a seraph makes a state visit, out to one of the other kind of outlying areas, I feel it's appropriate to just quickly swing by the Fortune, thank Sender Demrick for his hospitality, and just wish him the best going forward. So I'm going to do that.
You find Sender Demrick in his office. He is currently reviewing some type of financial report and also listening to a record quietly in the background. Pele Mescar, how are you?
I'm truly doing great. I'm about to be on my way out of town.
So soon?
Yeah, duty calls back home. As much as I would love to stay, weeks longer, and just discover all that this town has to offer. The work's never done, as you know, in our church. But again, I just wanted to come by. Thank you for your hospitality. It was great to meet you. I'm so glad we got to play Towers and Flowers, and I look forward to a rematch someday.
As do I. Maybe next time I won't take such an aggressive strategy.
Yeah. And best of luck with the kobold issues. I learned you guys are having some. Are these special kobolds? Or
just the most? They are quite the issue. It seems as though no matter how many we send, they just never seems to go away. It's such an elusive problem.
Kobolds do have that reputation.
They do.
They breed like kobolds.
They breed
That's
like
what
kobolds.
the saying. That's where the saying comes from.
It is. It really is.
But best of luck here.
Thank you.
I know you have the best interest of this town at heart, and I know you'll continue to work towards that end. One other thing, you know who else was a huge Towers and Flowers fan? We learned in our investigation, Otra, the murder victim.
The murder victim.
Yeah. In fact, what I've learned is that he might have some antique Towers and Flowers sets in his house, hidden away. If that's something that maybe your folks would like to look into. Just a thought. And then I turn and leave without disclosing more.
Sahra would like to speak to Amira before she leaves.
Amira is gathering her things and putting it into the wagon that she shares with her parents. She can agree to and says, "Oh, I'm glad to see you're well, and thank you for saving Sister Hennel. I heard it was quite the ordeal."
Yeah. Listen, Amira, I meant what I said earlier about wanting to help. And I think that the two of us together could be a really powerful force for the Nations.
I was thinking about that, actually. I think that this would be better in your hands. And she hands you a vial that has that same smoke that linked them together, that when you crossed through allowed you to see Sethin's memory.
Yeah.
So with this, you will be able to revisit Sethin's memory or have others view Sethin's memory. And she says, as many people as I was able to show what was really happening, I think wherever the sands take you, it will likely involve more. Show them.
You have my word. One more thing.
Oh, yes.
You mentioned that you recognized my name. Did you ever know my mother, the chief of the Highland tribe?
When you mentioned that your family was descended from the chiefs, I knew who you're referring to. And I'm going to spend a fear in this moment. The person who taught me the primal magic that I know told me a story of your mother once. Your mother lost herself to her magic. She became consumed by the spells and energies that she conjured. Your mother is an utterance. She is... I'm sorry to tell you this. I assumed you knew?
No. I mean, I was sent away when I was 6 years old, and nobody ever told me anything that happened to her.
She is no longer a person. She is as much primal magic as she is a soul.
So what does this mean? Is there a physical form left of her?
When she chooses, when she has enough sanity left, she can. But most utterances phase in and out. They can travel to the far reaches of Sariel and other realms. I'm sorry, but your mother would be better off dead.
Well, thank you for telling me the truth. Nobody's ever done that for me before. So thank you.
I wish I had better news.
A single tear kind of falls down, and she doesn't want anybody to see, so she wipes it away quickly and takes a deep breath and turns around and walks back to her friends.
You've been listening to Faith and Fortune by Theater of the Mindset. Our actual players this season are Steve Edinger, Shelby Meyers, Nick Traeger, and your kind and generous GM, Justin Gerardot. Audio engineering, post-production, and scoring is done by Nick Traeger at Studio 3607. If you're enjoying the show, you can help us grow with no capital investment by sharing it with a friend, following us on Instagram and Reddit, writing us a review on your favorite podcatcher, or you can chip in for coffee at our Patreon. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week on Theater of the Mindset.